What is up, guys? I'm ExxotikGaming, and today I am back with another Pixel Gun 3D video, and today's video is another weapon review. Today's weapon review is on a weapon that is really cool in real life. This weapon, called the Rapid Fire Rifle UP1 in Pixel Gun 3D, is modeled off of the P90 personal defense weapon in real life, and it is a very cool weapon. The one feature of the Rapid Fire Rifle UP1 that makes it so much more unique compared to the other primary weapons of this game is its extremely fast firing rate. As you guys can see here, the firing rate is set at 98 with this weapon. I could easily change that number to 99 or maybe even 100 because this weapon has one of the fastest firing rates out of all of the weapons in Pixel Gun 3D. And because of this extremely fast firing rate, this is one of those weapons that is perfect for a person in Pixel Gun 3D who does not have the best accuracy in the game. Now, if you do have a fantastic accuracy, this might not be the perfect weapon for you just because you could use other weapons that are better than this but do require a lot more skill in order to use. But if you are somebody who does not have a very good accuracy and is more of a spray and pray type of player, this is the weapon for you. Now, it is pretty difficult to take out adamant armored players. You have to get those headshots, and you cannot really spray and pray if you do plan on taking out the adamant armored players. But if you are a lower level player and you go up against maybe gold and iron armored players, you can spray and pray with this thing, and you know, maybe if 80% of those bullets actually hit the enemy player, you're set. That should be able to take those people out. This weapon, since it is a weapon in the primary section, most of the primary section weapons do perform the best at medium range, so do not try to use this weapon in a map like Heaven Garden, or people will end up using the prototype and absolutely destroy you. And do not use this weapon in close range because people will end up using things like the Storm Hammer and the Solar Power Cannon and such to take you out at close range and bombard you with every sort of area damage weapon known to man in Pixel Gun 3D. So, use this thing at medium range and you should be set with this weapon. Another good feature with this weapon is the fact that the crosshairs do not get bigger over time when firing without scoping. So, you know, if somebody is close to you at first, but they get farther and farther away from you, you can sit there and hold down the firing button and not have to stop and scope and realign yourself before you take the person out, because you will be able to take them out nevertheless. Now, this weapon is not the best weapon for people who are at max level. So, you know, if you are, I'd say around level 18 and below, maybe not 18, but if you are in the bracket between levels 24 and 18 or something like that, this is the weapon for you, because people with that level bracket do not necessarily go up against adamant armored players very often, and that is where this weapon shines. You can take out the adamant armored players like I have at least once or twice in this video, but the majority of the times when you do go up against an adamant armored player, you will probably not be able to take them out. So, I mean, as you guys can see here, it's good. It's really good, and I have an absolute blast when using it. Even if I don't get the best gameplay in the world, I absolutely love using this weapon, and it is a super fun weapon to use. Honestly, if I could choose any weapon in this game just to buy a second time, this would probably be the one, just because I have more fun using this weapon than most of the other weapons that came in the 10.0.0 update. There may be a handful of other ones that I do enjoy using more, like the Photon Shotgun UP1, but very few I enjoy using more than the Rapid Fire Rifle UP1. I mean, this is just an all-around fun weapon to use. Now, I mean, really the only big downfall with this weapon, honestly, is the fact that this weapon does not look super fantastic. I mean, when I first saw the weapon in the shop, I thought this would have looked a little bit cooler, and, you know, the actual navy part of the weapon at the bottom would have been a little bit more visible, but, you know, what are you going to do? It's just the way the weapon looks, honestly. If it performs well, it should be good. It's really fun to use. As you guys can see, I have, how many kills? 7 kills, so I'm second place right now in this match, which is not half bad, honestly. I mean, I'm in a max level match here, and I am still able to get second place with this weapon. That's pretty dang good. So, I mean, you can get really, really good gameplay with this thing if you are clever in the matches that you join. Not every day will you join or win a match with this weapon, so keep that in mind. This is not one of those weapons where you're just gonna win and win again and win a third time and then win a fourth time. Alright, this is one of those weapons where you will have to be pretty lucky in the people that you go up against before you can actually be sure to win a match. Now, if you go up in a match and every single person has adamant armor like it seems like everybody does in the match that I'm in right now, you might not be able to win, honestly. So just keep that in mind and be clever in the matches that you do join. If, you know, somebody has gold armor in the match and then you see another player, stay in that match. Even if at first you do not get tons and tons of kills, you're better off going into a match where people have the majority of gold armor or iron armor or such before you go into a match where everybody has adamant armor. So keep that in mind when using this weapon. But I mean, as you guys can see, it's a good weapon, and I really like using it, and it's just a blast. It's literally a blast to use this weapon, guys. I'm not getting the best possible gameplay in the world, but you know, what are you gonna do, honestly? It's I'm in a match where the majority of the people do have much more powerful weapons than me. I do not have a powerful weapon as a lot of these other people do, but you know, that's what you get when you do not really intend on paying a lot for weapons in this game. Like I always say with every single one of my weapon reviews, with power comes price. This is not as expensive as some of the other weapons in this game, and therefore it is not going to end up being the most powerful one in the game. But I mean, you can still get the kills, guys, and honestly, if you can get the kills, that's really all that matters. Even if you don't get first place, as long as you can get the kills, I'm happy with it, honestly. I'm really happy with getting kills with this thing. I mean, I really kind of like, just once in a while, using a less powerful weapon to, you know, keep up my skills, because if I go into a match and I always use, say, the solar power cannon or the dual machine guns or such, I might kind of lose that little grip of reality that not everybody has a less powerful weapon. And that is why I sometimes like to use the less powerful weapons in this game, just to, you know, reawaken my senses and realize that not everybody has the weapons that other people have in this game. So, I like using weapons like this a lot in games. Like, the majority of matches that you'll see me in, I will not be using the most powerful weapons of Pixel Gun 3D. Like, very rarely will you see me using the laser minigun in a match unless I'm actually doing a video with it. That goes the same with like the anti-gravity blaster, the solar power cannon, and other weapons like that. I'd rather use things like the automatic peacemaker and the pumpkin thrower and such like that instead of the other weapons that I had just mentioned. As you guys can see there, gold armored players really stand no chance against the mighty rapid fire rifle UP1, and I would not recommend getting the only UP0 version of this gun, honestly, because it would be not too powerful at all. Like, this would be on the same level of something like the Brave Patriots or something like that if you got the UP0 version of this weapon. Like, if I go into the shop here and I see what this weapon has, it has a 16 lethality, so the UP0 version would be something like the Eindringling, and honestly, it's just, that would not be a good weapon to get good gameplay with. So if you have the ability to get the UP1 version, do it, because I can promise you it will give you a lot better gameplay than what you did originally. Probably the world's closest scoped kill ever in Pixel Gun 3D just then. But I mean, as you guys can see, it's always better to use the scope with this weapon because you are going to get better gameplay and a better accuracy when using the scope with this than you would without. I mean, I cannot stress enough how important it is to scope with the weapons of Pixel Gun 3D. And if you are somebody who does not like scoping, then hey, this might not be a weapon for you. If you are somebody who just does not ever like to scope in the game, then assault rifles and sniper rifles are not for you in Pixel Gun 3D. But if you do like to scope, and you scope the majority of the time, hey, this is a good weapon for you, honestly. And I mean, it's super fun to use. I absolutely love using weapons that are fun in the game. You know, I don't need to use weapons that are super expensive and super powerful all the time. I mean, as long as I'm having fun in the game, that's really all that matters. I don't mind that I'm not the max level in the game. As long as I'm having fun with the weapons that I have, it's good. It's good. As you guys can see there, though, you have to be careful when going up against people with the Storm Hammer. You have to be sure to be out of that blast's radius, because if you do not, then they will be a swift and easy kill against you. Like, these people are just spamming the hammer. I mean, they're not even going up against any enemy player, which is kind of annoying, honestly. Just kind of holding down the firing button for a long period of time with the, I mean, not firing button, the swinging button, I should say, with the Storm Hammer, and not even being next to any other player in the match. So guys, if you use the Storm Hammer, don't just hold down the little swinging button the entire length of a match, okay? Just because you do have like an infinite amount of swings with the Storm Hammer does not mean that you just hold that button down the entire length of the match, okay? Because that right there is a very newbie thing to do, alright? So, I mean, as you guys can see, it is able to take the adamant armored players out, and that is the important part. As long as you're in a match where the majority of the people have adamant armored players, but as long as you have a certain amount of people that do not, then you should be set. I mean, I would not recommend using this weapon in a match where every single player has adamant armor, but, you know, if there are 1 or 2 players that do not have it, then you honestly should be set in the match. I mean, it's a lot of fun to use this weapon against people who, you know, have similar armor levels and similar weapons than you. I mean, sometimes it's just not as fun going against people who have, you know, the Storm Hammer constantly and they have adamant armor when you're using this weapon, because, you know, you're probably not going to be able to take those people out. But, I mean, if you go against a person who has gold armor and this OX bad code, hey, you can actually take these people out, which is what I really, really like about this weapon. I don't honestly have much else I need to say about the rapid fire rifle, guys, other than get this thing if you are a lower level. If you are a higher level and you want a fun weapon but not necessarily the most powerful weapon out there, then get this thing, because I can assure you this will have a lot of fun packed with it when you do buy the weapon. And always make sure to get the fully upgraded version of this weapon when you do buy it, because the lower upgraded version is very underpowered. It's going to be something like the Eindringling, and if you guys remember my Eindringling review, if you do not, I'll have a link down into the description below. It's very underpowered compared to most of the other weapons in Pixel Gun 3D. I should do another gameplay with the Eindringling in the future. I've not done a gameplay with that in a long time. I kind of miss the Eindringling. I remember the days when that one was super powerful. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys did, then be sure to hit that like button, comment, favorite, and subscribe for some more Pixel Gun 3D videos. Be sure to check out every other weapon review I have done on my channel. I have done an absolutely huge amount of weapon reviews on my channel, more than I can even count. Well, actually, probably not, because I can just count them pretty easily. I'm in calculus, guys. I can count. But, yeah, let's go get a couple more kills as I say the outro. If you guys do like more videos on Pixel Gun 3D, then be sure to comment down below what videos you would like. I have a ton of random weapon gameplays planned, honestly, after I finish these weapon reviews. Like, I have, I think, around 13 random weapon gameplays planned, so I have a ton of those planned. I have about I'd say about 25 gun comparisons planned after I finish all of these gun reviews, and I have, I'd say, about just about maybe 15 other just random videos, like another how to get fast coins video, and another, okay, that guy just killed us both, and another couple colored weapon gameplay videos. So whoa, not saying real words. Be sure to stay tuned for all of those, and let's go get one last kill here on this adamant armored player. Let's do it. Okay, there we go. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and Stormhammer, because why not? Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.